All right, Gene, are you ready to be counted in?
I'm ready, Mommy.
Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Where my mom's at? Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at? Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at?
Where My Mom's At podcast with Christina P.
Meow, 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 meow. Thanks for being here in my room with my raccoon and my balloon. This balloon is looking sad. It's time to change it. Hi, thank you for watching. If you like this show, subscribe to it so that you can be notified and you don't miss a minute. Let's get some business out of the way before we get to some very important Where My Mom's At topics. Okay, the live show, September 22nd, we are streaming live from Austin, Texas in the Paramount Theater. I mean, we are talking 1,000 maniac mommies together in one room. And in line with keeping Austin weird, we have got a spectacularly weird show for you, a heavy segment you've never even dreamed of. It's so bizarro. If you want to watch it streaming live, get your tickets now. They're on my website, Christina P Online, as well as ymhstudios.com. And then you can watch the rebroadcast until September 30th if you can't watch it streaming. Okay, moving along. Oklahoma City, September 23rd through 25th. And then I do October 6th and 7th in Indianapolis at Helium. I love that. October 21st through 23rd, Denver Comedy Works. Tickets are almost gone for that one. November 4th, I'm doing Raleigh. That's a one night only in Raleigh, North Carolina. And then, November 19th through 20th, Atlanta, Georgia at the Punchline. November 26th through 28th, Salt Lake City, Utah. And then in December, San Antonio, Orlando. And that's the year. Satva Luxury Mattress Company. I love them so much. Let me tell you, last night, Tom was snoring and I had to sleep on the couch, and it's no Satva mattress. We have a Solaire right now, and I love that thing so much. It's so comfortable. It goes up, it goes down, it lights up, it vibrates. I mean, is there anything better? No. I've also slept on their Lumen Leaf mattress, which is their memory foam, and then their flagship mattress, the Luxury Firm. They've all been fantastic. And we went to Satva because we wanted a king size mattress for a good price. And that's what you get. The service is impeccable. They contact you right away. Once you order your mattress, they set it up for you. They deliver it. They even take away your old one. You get a 90-day in-home free trial. If you don't like it, send it back, but I doubt you will. It's just that good. And now there is a deal for $200 off your next purchase. Go to satva.com/theshit. Satva.com/theshit for $200 off your next mattress. You're going to love them. Satva. Isn't that bananas, guys? We are already into the holidays. Now, happy Rosh Hashanah. Did you celebrate, Nadav?
And a happy Rabba Shava onto you.
Rabba Shava ding dong.
What was it? I think it was the same day as Labor Day, which I think we were working. So,
you didn't request the Jewish holiday off?
I mean, I never.
How dare you?
I never really do. It's
I know.
do you want me to take off all of September, Christina?
I know. Is that right? Is September the big Jewish?
It's just
month?
Jam-packed with all these J holidays.
J holidays.
There's Rosh Hashanah. There's Yom Kippur. There's what else is there? I think there's Sukkot.
What's Sukkot?
Sukkot is kind of our tent holiday. It's we were wandering in the desert for 40 years and we slept in shitty tents. So now once a year we make those shitty tents and party in it and sleep in it.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. I've seen the tents. I like the tents.
Yeah, the palm leaves and stuff. You have to shake
you
a palm
said,
leaf.
I've seen that, yes. In my own neighborhood, they built the Sukkot.
And then smell
now,
a really
you
weird
said,
lemon.
You said Rosh Hashanah. Is that the right way to pronounce it? I've been saying Rosh Hashanah my whole life.
No, that's fine. Because the whole translating from Hebrew into phonetic English, it's you're close enough, It's Rosh Hashanah, Rosh Hashanah. Like in Hebrew, without an accent is Rosh Hashanah. So it's all it's all really close.
You sounded like your dad just there.
Yeah.
Rosh Hashanah.
I sound like my dad, like my dad's dad, like my mom's dad. I sound like everyone's Israeli
Chris
dad.
Larson, happy Rosh Hashanah to you. And
Happy Rosh Hashanah to you too.
Yes, thank you. A lot of people watch this show as a companion piece to your mom's house. And how are your DMs?
They're more active than they usually are. Getting a lot more butthole pics than I anticipated, but that's
sweet.
Not a good thing. Not a good
You don't
thing.
like the butthole pics.
They're not women's.
They're not women's. You're getting male butthole pics?
I mean, is that surprising?
No. I tell you, I'm amazed that people even send pictures of their genitals on the internet ever to strangers. It's baffling to me.
It baffles me too. I don't understand why you'd want that out there in any capacity.
I know. I mean, even like in the analog days, you would take naughty pictures on a regular camera or a disposable camera, and then you would have to face the humiliation and shame of having those photos developed at like the Rite Aid. And you just like, you knew that the employees were like, dude, have you seen this guy's dick? Or like, these are tit pics. And then you would have to face the person who developed your film. And like, if you could do that, if you had the cojones to face somebody, like you go ahead, you can take those pics. It's a rite of passage. But now it's just like, there's no shame barrier to cross. It's like, I don't know. And then who's going to stop that person from sharing your dick with the whole world?
Exactly. My reasons for never sharing that with anyone, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, but then Christina, then how do you and Tom show affection to each other if you don't send each other pictures of your butthole?
Never. It's so awful. Showing your love with a beehole pic. I love that. We should start that trend. Like, do you love somebody? Send them a picture of your beehole on your mom's house.
I mean, I feel like that's like you're offering vulnerability at that point.
Vulnerability. Yeah. Showing them your a-hole and your beeholes. All right. So any hoodles, Halloween is upon us. It's my favorite holiday, as you know, as a recovering goth girl. It's like, I love these next few months, October, November, December. I love it all. And I know a lot of us have bad memories from our shitty family ruining our lives around the holidays, but I've decided to rebrand and I do it my way. And I go crazy. So I went to the Hobby Lobby here in Tejas to buy Halloween decorations. I noticed there were none. I couldn't seem to find the aisles. My children and I were running up and down. I was like, what is going on? There's fall, there's Christmas.
Really?
There's, I found silly mugs that say it's time to spill tea. I found this great plaque I'm going to put in YMH Studios that says, we don't call 911. And it's 2 guns like this and bullets. And I was like, welcome to Texas. It's like, there's treasures in the Hobby Lobby. However, nothing for hollow jeans. So I ask the lady, I go, where's your Halloween aisle? And she's like, oh, Hobby Lobby is a Christian establishment and they believe that Halloween is satanic and we don't sell Halloween stuff. And I was like, all right, hail Satan. I'm going to Michael's Arts and Crafts later, bitch. But hey, look, I respect it if that's their belief, but I didn't know that is what I'm trying to say. And it's definitely a culture shock as an Angelino that this is one of many things in the South I'm having to reconcile with. It's like, oh, dude, oh, Christians. So like, essentially, I feel like I've just, I left the woke and I came to Jesus. I have to choose. Yeah, choose.
Actually, yeah. So who do you choose? Do you choose the woke or do you choose Jesus?
I know. They're, they both have their merits and their downsides.
Oh, actually, yeah, that is a really good would you rather. Would you rather that your spouse that you choose for the rest of your life that you can't divorce
oh God
is the most woke person that you've ever met, corrects you on everything, being like, actually, you didn't ask what their pronouns are, so don't assume what they're like, that type of stuff all the time.
Like hardcore SJ Dub spouse.
Yeah, like hardcore woke, or They're super into Hobby Lobby and not their arts and crafts, but more their mentality. So they're super Christian.
Right.
They're anti-pagan.
Oh, God.
You know, a whole lot of like do unto others type of shit.
Okay.
What would you rather?
Well, okay, I will say for the moment, I'm going to go Jesus because that's kind of what I'm doing. And here's why. On the surface, there's all that moral crap, right? Like the surface is love thy neighbor, don't steal, don't fornicate, out of wedlock, all these bullshit, like these rules, but then everybody breaks them behind closed doors. At least we're breaking those. We're trying, we're aspiring to be great, and you're going to fall short. And I think the Christians kind of have built that into the system, which is why we repent so frequently. However, the woke, no fun. There's no fun. They don't party. There's no drinking. You can't fuck up with the woke. Like at least in Jesus, you can be redeemed. You can make an accident and you make an oopsie. And then you just say a few Hail Marys or whatever, and then you're out. But they're woke. They're punished. Right. They cancel you and you're damned to hell forever. And there's no redemption.
Or statute
of limitations. And there's no alcohol. Yeah, there's statute of limitations. There's no forgiveness and there's no parties. At least in the South, they have margarita and taco parties all the time. These fools love to drink.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your vote? Because the woke are no fun. At least the Christians are sometimes fun.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot more crying with the woke spouse, you know, where it's just like a whole lot more just like, because I think if you come across someone that's super Christian, I think on the surface, you do have like the thought just like, they mean well, you know, like their intentions are good. Whereas just like they're not trying to fuck my shit up, as opposed to like the woke shit. It's just like, hey man, you're treading all over my nuts over here. Why don't you back the fuck up?
You're right. Like their whole thing is to fuck your nuts up,
right?
As you just said.
Yeah, leave my nuts alone.
Yeah, their whole thing is to look for things wrong with you all the time. Like you didn't say, Nadav, the shirt you're wearing, I find to be culturally insensitive because that's a white girl and she's dressed like a chola. And to have to like constantly check yourself the Christians do it too. But right. I feel like there's a little
more. But like
more
you said, there's like behind closed doors, they still kind of have fun, as opposed to the woke shit.
Yeah.
The door's never closed. It's always open. You can always look in. And it's always like, hey, am I doing okay? Am I offending anybody? Please check me. I need to be checked.
And the Christians don't go through your tweets from 10 years ago and cancel you. Like,
true. I don't even think they know Twitter.
Oh, God, that's the best. But yeah, they're so out of it that they're like just reading an old school Bible. They're not even in the social media world. Yeah, like at least the God, what happened that like the Christians became more liberal than woke? Chris Larson, what do you choose?
Well, here's the thing: if this Christian is as intense as this hypothetical woke person, like it sounds like you're giving this Christian a lot more credit than is deserved. It's like, oh, would I want someone who's pretty chill or not chill at all? Obviously, it's going to be a much harder decision. I don't really know because that hyper-religiosity would drive me insane, too.
Plus, you're not, you know what? You're not checking your personal privilege right now. I can hear it in your white male voice.
Fair enough. Because, I understand both. Like, I would lose my mind if I had to watch what I say every time I go home. But I feel like I would also lose my mind if someone was telling me, like, I'm going to hell because I said the Lord's name in vain.
No. Different kind of religion. Instead of them telling you,
said they had to be just as crazy woke or crazy Christian as crazy woke.
But I know I've met some of those kinds, and they don't say you're going to hell. They say, "Oh, I'm gonna pray for you this Sunday."
Yeah,
like they say that stuff, which still makes you feel bad, but it's like that's a you thing that I don't need to like worry about, you know.
So
they're not going to call you out on it,
right? They're just going to be like, "Ooh, I feel bad for that person," but they're not going to try and correct you.
Yeah, it's more
we're
like
dealing with two different types of people here.
Shame. Well, because when I pictured the Christian, I actually pictured the Irish nuns that I went to high school with. I picture a nun.
So violent.
No, they're not violent. They weren't violent by the time I was in school. It wasn't like that anymore. Like I picture a nun, and nuns are actually very forgiving because they're used to you being an idiot. I don't know.
So yeah, Chris, are you gonna marry a nun or are you gonna marry a woke person?
Ooh.
But this nun fucks.
This nun fucks, dude.
Not until marriage, though.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
you have to wait.
Don't worry, you're gonna run to that pretty quickly, though. That in this, it's like 90 Day Fiance. You have like 30 days with them, but like you're definitely getting married after the 30 days.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, I might have to go woke on this.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't think I could handle, because like I would have to also deal with that kind of that constant judgment, because like they're gonna forgive you, but you're like, oh, if you care about them forgiving you, you're always gonna be disappointed in them.
Do you think you're not gonna get constant judgment from the woke?
Oh, I would, but I would stop
guy,
caring if I disappoint them. Right? Because it's like that's sort of the baseline I'm at now. It's like, oh, you're upset about everything. Whereas if it's like a nun, it's like, disappointed them again. Oh, fucking hell. Like, I can't do anything right, kind of thing.
You know what's so interesting with men is that I think that's the male side of the relationship is constantly feeling like they're disappointing the woman. Like I've noticed in couples therapy or like every drama on TV, the man is always like, I feel like I'm disappointing you constantly. Like, oh, that's interesting, because that just must mean that the women are acting like they are disappointing them all the time. Like, God, you're so fucking stupid. God, your dick is so small. Like, oh, you're such a loser. You know, like I was watching, I was rewatching all of Sex in the City. I went through like, it's so depressing. I go through phases where I rewatch it because I miss that show so much. And you know, that show's been with me since the early 2000s. And now as like a middle-aged mom rewatching Sex in the City all over again, I have so much more sympathy for all the characters. Especially Charlotte. I feel like I relate to Charlotte. Like I'm way more Charlotte now than I ever was. But Sarah Jessica Parker, it's like, get your shit together. I still feel like she's so lost. And I still don't get the relationship between, you know, Big and her. He's such I don't know if you guys are familiar with the movies, but in the Sex and the City movie, he stands her up at the altar. He just doesn't show up for their wedding.
Pretty cool guy.
It's so fucked up. And then at the end, they end up together again. I'm like, in what possible world does this ever happen this way? Ooh. I mean, I would be so hurt by a man, but then that's their dynamic. Big's just a jerk and I'm a sucker for Big. Like, what?
Could you ever picture yourself in that scenario where, you know, like almost justify it where someone did leave you at the altar? What would need to happen for you to accept to actually marry them after that?
Speaking of forgiveness, never. Like I would kill them. I would find a Hungarian hitman and I would fucking kill him. Like I can't even imagine. There is no, done 86, dude. Right?
You got to. I mean,
you can't take that person back.
Yeah, because once you prove that you could decide to fuck me over that hard, it's like, well, how do I know you're not gonna fuck me over again?
That's funny you say that, Nadav, because that's the feeling I had watching the second Sex in the City movie the whole time. I was thinking to myself, how does she trust Big? How does she go back to trusting him? And she clearly doesn't. You know, she's testing the relationship because she kisses Aiden. Remember that scene? Who can forget?
I haven't watched any of it. I know the character names.
So yeah, the whole thing is so silly, but I do miss that show, and such great fashion and such great characters, and they'll never replace that. Oh, free stuff is awesome, but free stuff to spice up your bedroom is even better. I love AdamandEve.com. I've purchased many saucy, spicy items from AdamandEve.com to spice up our marital love. Look, I've been with the same dude for almost 20 years. You better believe I use Adam and Eve. But here's the best part about them. Select almost any one item for 50% off, and then Adam and Eve loads on the free stuff. Enter offer code WMMA at checkout and get 10 tantalizing free gifts, a sexy item for him, a special gift for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy. OMG, what could that be? 6 free spicy movies plus free shipping. Here's the deal, man. It also comes in an unmarked box. I know you're thinking to yourself, I'm a mom. I can't order this kind of dirty stuff. Don't worry about it. A, it's not dirty. You're married or you're not. You should enjoy your life. But don't worry. It comes unlabeled, so nobody will know. So WMMA, that's WMMA. Offer code WMMA at checkout at adamandeve.com. Do you have a cabinet full of acne treatments and skincare products, but don't even remember what half of them do? Of course you do, which is why I love Apostrophe. It's the easiest place to get prescription skincare. It offers science-backed oral and topical medications that are clinically proven to help clear acne. It is just so simple. You go, you get online, you take a quiz, you upload a picture, and a doctor prescribes you the medication you need. Just like that. We have a special deal for our audience. Save $15 off your first visit with a board certified dermatologist at apostrophe.com/WMMA when you use our code WMMA. This code is only available to our listeners. To get started, just go to apostrophe.com/WMMA and click begin visit. Then use our code WMMA at sign up and you'll get $15 off your dermatology visit. That's apostrophe.com/WMMA and use that code WMMA to get your dermatology visit and save $15. And we thank Apostrophe for sponsoring the podcast. How often do you get the best of both worlds? If you want a premium chef-cooked meal, but don't want to leave the comforts of your home, Caviar can make it happen. It's restaurants delivered to your dining table. Caviar is the food delivery app for people that are passionate about food. They bring premium local restaurants directly to your doorsteps. Other apps have national chains, but with Caviar, you'll only find the best gems from your area. I love this. Caviar curates local options for every taste, whether it's the perfect Reuben from the sandwich shop or the best Indian vegan curry. You always have delicious options for whatever you're craving. This is such wonderful for people that are foodies. Oh, I love it. I used Caviar the other day to get a steak dinner for the whole family. And just for my listeners, Caviar is offering $10 off an order of $20 or more. All you have to do is put in the offer code WMMA at checkout. Remember, that's $10 off a purchase of $20 or more with offer code WMMA. Download the Caviar app and use offer code WMMA. Now, that being said, a lot of you have been tagging me and tweeting about the new smash hit movie on Netflix, trending top 10 in the United States. He's All That, with my favorite actor from Cobra Kai. I forget his name. Can we look up his name? This cutie tootie, fresh and fruity. This little boy was in Cobra Kai and he plays the strong silent type in Cobra Kai. He's got one expression on his face the whole time. Tanner Buchanan. If that isn't 12-year-old girl masturbation material name, like Tanner, Tucker, Connor, Ricky, these are all heartthrob. There he is. Tanner Buchanan is not his real name. No way. His real name is like Fred Dershowitz Lipsky, right? And then his show business name. Look at him.
Yeah, you think this is a J?
I don't know.
We don't look like that, bro.
God, he's so cute. So Tanner Buchanan, heartthrob from Cobra Kai, is in the remake of He's All That. Now, if you've seen the original, She's All That, get it? It's from the 90s. It's when the other heartthrob, Freddie Prinze Jr., was the lead character, and he's like the jock. And it's a great typical high school thing where, like, I dare you to turn the nerd girl into the homecoming queen. And, like, of course, the nerd girl she just wears glasses, but she's like smoking hot. And all they have to do is take off her glasses. And she's got like a bod and everything. It's not like the nerd girl is 400 pounds and is in band and has acne. Like she's fucking hot. Have you seen that movie?
I hate to admit it, but I saw She's All That. And then about a week or two ago, I saw He's All That.
No!
So I have seen, and there wasn't even a good reason for it. It wasn't like I was hanging out with the lady and she was like, oh, let's watch it. I was just like, oh, this kid. Oh, they remade this movie? All right, let's give it a go. And then
I'm in. I was in. Okay, so
it was the dumbest shit.
It's the dumbest. Okay, and here's why. Like, first of all, She's All That's the dumbest too. Let's be honest. They're both stupid.
It took this remake for me to realize how dumb the original was.
It's garbage.
Because then I finally identified with like the she was already hot. You just like took her glasses off. This Tanner Buchanan kid, he was already gorgeous. You know, you just gave him a fucking haircut. You know,
smoke show, and they totally put a lot of Easter eggs for us Gen X moms because every shirt he wears is a band I love. So really? They were just pandering to all the moms watching this shit that grew up in the 90s that are like, oh, I love Black Flag, or I love The Clash, or, the whole time I'm like, oh yeah, this guy was my boyfriend in high school. I fucking love this. But here's what I noticed. Okay, both movies being horribly equal, which they are horrible. Let's be real. They're entertaining as shit.
This is ugly Tanner Buchanan.
Yeah. Ugh, what a dog. Woof. Look at him. Those disgusting blue eyes, that perfect body. Ugh. Yeah. And then what a dog. Yeah, there he is. He's got one expression. There's that. And then there's one where he still can't close his mouth. And then it's like he looks down. He looks up and then he looks down. There he is. And there he is in his suit. And that's at the F. Scott Fitzgerald party, which, by the way, nobody fucking has. I love how rich are these kids? Jeez.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, that was a theme in the movie. That was how the what's her name? The TikTok girl was able to relate to him. Just like, no, don't you see? I'm poor, so I get what it's like to be as ugly as you.
Yeah, because back in the 80s and the 90s, the teen movies were about class. It was all about the rich versus the poor, and the nerds versus the geeks. So that's a timeless theme. But the nerds versus the jocks, not the nerds versus the geeks. That doesn't make sense. So there's that parallel. Oh, what I did notice is, like, first of all, shameless product placement, and He's All That. It was literally every 5 seconds somebody had a bag of Doritos perfectly, taking the chips out. And then at one point, this girl goes, they're at the karaoke party or whatever, and she goes, but I have to stay for my free Pizza Hut. Who calls it Pizza Hut? You don't go, I can't wait to eat my round table. You don't. You just go, like, I want pizza, So the product placement was just littered throughout this one. And if you'll notice too, so what really struck me in this is how sad it was that everything was about social media. It made me feel sad. And then secondly, how made up the girls are. Like, you look at older teen movies and those girls looked like teenagers. Like, I watched Can't Buy Me Love this last weekend.
Is that the Nick Cannon movie?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Okay. That's the urban remake. They used to do that. They would do like versions. So the girl in that one she's just like a blonde cutie tootie, but she looks like a teenager. She's dead, by the way, of drugs. Amanda Person, or whatever her name is. She was like the hot girl everybody wanted to be. But look, she looks like she's 16. And the girl in He's All That, like, she's made, she's made up like a regular teenage girl. You're like, oh, there's a sweet little girl. But you Google He's All That and look at the girl in that one, and you're like, dude, you're made up like a fucking hooker. Like, every frame, she's like, her tits out. It's like full face of makeup, full barrel curls in the hair. You're like, who is, are kids really dressing like this? I mean, she's so perfect. It's like, how do you live up to that? But the one thing is, she wasn't that thin, which was kind of nice. She was regular, because everybody was much skinnier back in the day.
Oh, you're being genuine.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she was chunkier. She was a little husky. I was like, kind of thick for a lead girl, but
Well, she's also like the #1 TikToker.
She is in real life?
Yeah. Tom met her at the UFC event when he went to go see the fights.
Oh, this is a girl? Oh, how funny. Yeah, there was also a cameo or whatever, a role with a Kardashian. Do you remember that? She was babe. Yeah, she's on her show. Hey, babe, I saw that you went viral. That doesn't work for me. I was like, wow, zero emotion.
And it was
you guys couldn't buy an acting coach, Kardashian?
It was the funniest. I think that was the
So
hardest
painful.
I belly laughed during the entire movie. Cause like I think the girl's character in He's All That got broken up with on video on live TikTok or something. And everyone focused on her snot bubbles. And then the Kardashian is just like, yo, that snot bubble, way too big. Yeah. We gotta drop you.
Yeah.
And it's like this chick's in fucking high school. Like, how devastating is this? He's the poor girl.
I know. And I also noticed too that the characters were very bland. So in older movies, people had personalities. You know, there's like the bitch who's really a bitch. There's just like gradations of just personality. And I think what's happened now is the kids are just, everybody's so afraid to have a personality because they're going to get judged so harshly for it. Your comments will be negative and you're going to be called out for being this and that. It's like, I feel bad for them because there's no personality. All these fucking characters were exactly the same. Like, hey, I saw that you're interested in dating Tina. Yeah, it's really cool. She's really nice. That's so great. Good for you. You go, girl. And you're like, what the fuck is this? Nobody has a fucking point of view. Nobody has a personality. You know, I remember I watched Can't Buy Me Love. Literally in the first few scenes, you see like, what's up, nerd? You look like a fucking cut to like the next thing. Like, what's up, bros? I got a fart. Like everybody had a personality and everyone was doing something interesting, even if they weren't politically correct or, you know, the guy's a jerk. Court McCowan, the great Court McCowan, who's a comedian, is in Can't Buy Me Love. He's the douchebag jock. You know, and like, those characters were so wrong and horrible, but so funny and rich. And like, that's the world. That's what the world is made out of. Different people, different douchebags. So it was interesting. As a fan of teen movies, I've seen them all. I love them all. I'm very sad about how sanitized that movie was. Now, let's go to Kissing Booth 3, which I also got to watch. But of course there's Kissing Booth 1, 2, and now 3, where she has to decide if she's going to Harvard or Stanford. I think it's 2.
Wait, so she's been doing a kissing booth for 3 full movies, or is that the theme?
It's just the first kissing booth. The first theme was about the kissing booth, but it was the kissing booth that led to her relationship with the stud. And now it's like they're going to go to college and Kissing Booth 3. What's going to happen? Is she going to go to the East Coast with her boyfriend or the West Coast with her best friend? So she has to choose between her best friend and her boyfriend. Now, what I do love about the Kissing Booth franchise is that there are 3 things: sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Boom, which is a real teenage movie. They have personalities. They make mistakes. They fight. They screw. I mean, at one point in Kissing Booth 3, I was just shocked. She goes, like, she and her boyfriend just get horny talking by the pool and they excuse themselves in front of their friends. That's a scene. They're like, excuse us, we got to go fuck, basically. And I was like, what? Rad. Like, I never had the audacity when I was hanging out with my friends. I wanted to excuse my boyfriend so that we could do that, but we never did. And just like, I love that. She's like, excuse us, we're going to go bang. I'm like,
a bit of an understatement. Dude. This is the fucking booth, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Banging in that thing. Oh, and this is the kid from Euphoria, right?
Yeah. He's like the transphobe, I think. Right,
like the
You're such a fucking pussy. Yeah. He's in love with the trans girl in that movie. Show.
Man, wait, was there as much fucking in the first one as there was in the third one?
Yeah. Really? Well, no, because Kissing Booth 1, they're just starting to become sexually active.
They're just kisses.
So it's just Frenching, and then Frenching and like feeling up, and then Kissing Booth 2. She does it. She goes full throttle.
Boogaloo.
Yeah. And then by Kissing Booth 3, she's a full hoe. Like she's
Kissing Booth 3 is anal and shit.
Anal Booth 3. It's so rad. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Kissing. See, this is a little more realistic. Kids are banging. You know, I don't know what the big deal is. If you're banging other minors, it's all normal. It's all good. Just use protection. Yeah, look at that. He's kind of dopey looking. He looks a little downsy. He's got little eyes a little far apart. The little forehead's a bit, yeah. The forehead's a little low, you know. The eyes are doing something. It's okay. He's so cute. He's got those long Michael Phelps arms too. He's a swimmer. He's no Tanner Buchanan.
Sure. Yeah. I'd agree with that.
Who do you think's hotter, Noah, him, or that's his name? I think Noah, or Tanner Buchanan.
I don't know. You know what? I gotta say Tanner, because you're right. I don't know what it is. It's because he looks dumb with his mouth open, but something about his teeth being too big for like the inside of his mouth is something about that is just so magnetic.
Magnetic, big teeth. Plus, I think Tanner, I mean, both he and Noah are the strong silent type, which is what is alluring to women, you know. But I like the dark horse. I never liked the jocks. So
the strong silent type, is that because it's mysterious and women like mystery?
Yeah, we don't want you to talk so much. Like, shut the fuck up. You know, I think this whole movement of like men sharing their feelings is vile. I don't want to know them. I don't want to hear your feelings. I barely want to know mine. So it's sexually magnetic. You don't want a man crying on you. Feelings. You want to fuck? No, I don't. You've cried on me. You're not my girlfriend.
Just look hot and make sure you don't dry up my pussy.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I like Tom's feelings, but in moderation. You know what I mean? So let's get to some Where My Mom's At business. You know, gosh, we have so many important topics. Okay, here's some follow-ups from episode 115. Hey, Jeans, you were talking about growing up in bars and clubs with your parents. I was one of those kids. There was a bar in the Valley called Weber's that my parents used to take my brother and I to when we were little. They had booths that looked like old-time carriages, so they would leave us in there while they went down and partied with their friends. I later found out they were doing coke while we were there. We also spent a lot of time at the German American Club in Santa Monica. My brother is 5 years younger, so he was about 3 and I was 8. I guess I was the babysitter. My mom was a waitress, so I also grew up in the office of the IHOP across the street from Canoga Park High School. Good times, keeping them high and tight. Yes. So some other places I frequented as a child growing up in the San Fernando Valley. My dad would go to Alpine Village, German village, every October for Oktoberfest, meet my cousins there and my aunts and uncles, and just get ripped. And the kids would just run amok in Alpine Village among drunk Germans and Americans. That was good. Club Med used to take me there, which is essentially a French swingers club. And I would run amok there and just make friends with the other kids and get into all kinds of mayhem. My dad was banging the waitress at the Lamplighter restaurant. I spent a lot of time there. And Albertson's checkout girl, spent time in her apartment. Cupid's hot dogs, a lot of times there. That was a lot of my dinner. A lot of the times that was a good spot. Really good parenting in the 80s. It's amazing. It's amazing you're still alive, but I'm glad you are.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to think of some other shitholes that Canoga Park Bowling Alley. I would spend a lot of time in that arcade when my dad drank.
Ooh, did you ever go to Moonlight Rollerway?
Of course. I love that one. That's so in the Glendale.
There.
Yeah, and Skateland, but they closed that one down. I got thrown out for smoking cigarettes at Skateland when I was 13.
Jesus.
But I loved Skateland. Now that was fun when you meet the guy that you liked in 6th or 7th grade and you go to the roller rink and you'd see him there and like you'd hold hands and you'd skate to a song. Did you guys ever get to do roller skating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go and you like that's where you made your first big move, like for the first time. We're like, hey, do you want to like skate to like this slow song?
Gloria Stefan or some shit. Yeah, dude.
And then you'd skate for 3.5 minutes, and then your heart would be pounding for like the rest of the night. You're like, oh my god, I pretty much just like had sex for the first time.
Oh my god, that's right. Holding hands. And like skating to Lisa Cult Jam, like I wonder if I take you home. Was that her?
Ooh,
Will you still be in love, baby?
We skated
because I need you tonight.
Yeah, we had more Spice Girls and NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and shit.
Oh, okay. So you guys had the later jams. Backstreet's back.
All
my
right.
God. Yeah. And then you had to remember those cool kids that could skate backwards?
Oh.
You'd be like, fucking show off.
The ones that could seamlessly just do 360s, and you're like, how are you? But you're also curving. How are you doing all that?
I know. Remember holding hands in a movie theater and your hands would get so sweaty, but you wouldn't dare, you let go to wipe your hand and then go back to oh man, those are great times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good stuff.
Great oldies. I remember hearing this girl got fingered at 6th grade in the movie theater in our class.
That was
fingered.
That was a big time. When you find out the first kid to get a blowjob, the first chick to get fingered, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
Well, I'm not so sure this girl was the one to get fingered because she just had big boobs. I think that whoever has the biggest boobs, it's assumed that she's a slut. I don't think she really was going out with all these dudes and getting fingered, but that was her rep, and I felt really bad for her.
Man, how devastating.
But but there's always that one girl who's in 6th grade and just has a banging bod, and you're like, oh no, dude, you're gonna get so much negative male attention early on. Oh, good times. Okay. The world is racing to get back to normal and start meeting up in person again. But do you feel normal after this entire year and a half? No, of course not. Which is why you should go to Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to match with a licensed therapist and schedule live video sessions, all from the comfort of your device. You can start messaging your therapist the same day you sign up, which is so wonderful about Talkspace, because sometimes you have to wait for weeks before you can see that new therapist, which is why Talkspace is so special, because it works at your schedule, at your convenience. Send and receive unlimited messages with your dedicated therapist in the app. Schedule those live video sessions so you don't have to leave the house if you're still feeling like you don't want to see people in person. It's perfect. Are you depressed? Do you have anxiety? Do you have any other problems? Talkspace is the solution. Start feeling better with a single message. Match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month with the promo code WMMA. That's $100 off when you use code WMMA at Talkspace.com. You've heard of Ring. We use Ring in the office. I have the Ring app on my phone. I love it. It gives you notifications if anybody is coming on your property. Well, now use Ring Alarm. Ring Alarm is protection and peace of mind. It is a powerful, affordable home security system that you can easily install yourself. Ring Alarm works seamlessly with other Ring products to protect every corner of your home inside and out. Best of all, it works together in one simple app. And boy, is that the best part. I love the Ring home alarm system. We set ours up, lickety split, easy peasy. It's on the phone. It's so much better than any other home alarm system we've tried, frankly. And it's good for you if you have an apartment, anything. You should definitely have this system. If something is happening at home, Ring lets you know. It's peace of mind anytime, knowing your home is protected. Protect your home anytime from anywhere with Ring Alarm. Go to ring.com/WMMA for a special offer on a Ring Alarm security kit today. You can build the system that's right for your home and have it up and running in minutes. That's ring.com/WMMA. That's ring.com WMMA. Hi, Chrysler. I about lost my shit alone in the car the other day listening to you bring up Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz being so hot, and it's unfair. I agree. And I've been saying this shit for years to my boyfriend, and he could give two fucks. Not only are the parents hot, but the kid Zoe is beautiful. I know. Lisa's remarried Jason Momoa, and he fucks. And now the daughter is dating Channing Tatum. What the actual fuck? I don't want kids. But could you imagine what a bucket of all that cum would go for? Anyways, love the show. What if they just sold buckets of their cum? Ugh.
Jesus. I mean, if you get Lenny Kravitz's and Channing Tatum's cum mixed all together and Jason Momoa's cum, Jesus. That'd be more expensive than gold or printer ink.
That's the new cryptocurrency is hot celebrity cum. Wait. Who's Jason Momoa? That's the guy that's in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
he's that like hot.
Yeah. He's the prince of the Dothraki.
Or the king of... You remember that? Damn, you're fucking nerd.
Homie, it's fucking Game of Thrones. Like, you guys are still in the golden era of it.
Well, Tom has to catch up to me because I'm into season 2 and he hasn't been catching up. Yeah, dude, look at this motherfucker. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. I mean, Lisa Bonet, is she not the most attractive and awesome? And then that Zoe, her daughter, I watched this horrible series she was in on an airplane just to watch her. I was like, she's so intriguing and gorgeous. Is that her or her daughter? I can't even tell. Lisa is that Bonet. Zoe?
God,
yeah.
I almost feel like she's gotten more attractive over the years.
Yeah, she doesn't age.
Let's see what Zoe.
It's all that
looks like.
Hot guy jizz.
God
keeps
damn.
Her fresh. Yeah. Look at the daughter.
This family's gonna take. Why is this family not the Kardashians? Like
100%.
They deserve it.
100%. And naturally, I would say that none of these women have had. I don't know. Have they had work done?
No. Yeah.
Lisa Bonet looked like this in the late '80s when she was 16. I don't think she had work done. I mean, shit. I went to high school with a girl who was a model for Body Glove, and she was 1,000 times hotter than any of these guys. Body Glove. It used to be a line of like surfing. Surf suits and stuff. She died tragically in a car accident, but she was hot. Okay. That's all that matters. It's fucking hot. But yeah, good looking people. I don't know what it's like to be that attractive. I mean, I wonder if they find their own flaws. Like, do you think they flog themselves? Or do you think Lisa Bonet wakes up and she's like, yep, I'm Lisa Bonet? Or do you think she's like, oh, I'm fat. I look, you know?
Nah, I think like that family, I feel like has nothing but confidence. Like it's because like, look, if they wouldn't like if they woke up and they're like, oh, I really hate this thing about me, they would just go and get surgery to fix it. Like the Kardashians are like, my jaw sucks. Let me go get a new one.
Get a new one. I know that surgery is no joke. Even just liposuction is no joke. It is extremely dangerous and painful from what I hear. I mean, shit, I just do Botox and filler, and that is a nightmare. That hurts.
Right.
So I can't imagine doing real stuff. Oh, gosh. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, I don't want to read these. Let's go. Oh, I had the best Pajitsky. Let's do Pajitsky effect. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I have so many. I think I've just had like, I'm so dumb. It's like the older I get, the more I know nothing. I just know nothing about the world. I had more certainty at 23. Just okay. So I was talking to someone about. I was like, "Oh, what'd you eat this weekend? Did you do anything nasty?" It was my Pilates instructor. I was like, "What did you do?" She's like, "Oh man," she goes, "I got some frozen stuffing from Thanksgiving out of the freezer, and I ate that." And I was like my brain exploded. I'm like, you can do that? You can fucking eat. Wait a minute. Thanksgiving food isn't for Thanksgiving time only?
Oh.
I didn't know that. And I was like, dude, I can make stuffing for fucking Sunday dinner, bro. Like, I may have to. I love stuffing so much. Wait, did you know that? Do you do that?
Well, it's funny that they use the term that you said stuffing in particular, because my mom's stuffing is next level, and we'd always look forward to it in Thanksgiving. And then, like, I think for someone's birthday, I don't know if it was my birthday or my brother's birthday, but one of us requested, like, hey, can you make Thanksgiving stuffing for the birthday? And then we realized, like, wait, we could just have this whenever.
I'm so stupid. Yeah. This whole time I'm like, I love stuffing so much. But I go, what? But that's a Thanksgiving time treat. Like,
now, do you do American stuffing, or do you do like a weird Hungarian stuffing?
Hungarian. So here's the thing,
Hungarian. Like.
Yeah, Hungarian stuffing's gnarly because you put like gizzards in it, and I hated the way it was made. So I actually just do straight out of the box Stouffer's American.
Oh, okay. So you do American stuffing, like
I don't like Hungarian,
like the cornbread, like globs and shit.
I just like stuffing from the box, Stouffer's. I'm sure that's just white trash. I'm sure there's way better.
It is white trash.
What do you do?
I mean, my mom does everything from scratch, and she just puts rice in there and cranberries and almonds and all sorts of good stuff in there. It's wildly amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn how to do that because I need to up my stuffing game. But the problem is I don't practice all year. I got to start practicing now.
I mean, I could get my mom's recipe and give it to you if you want.
Please hook me up, bro. Okay, so here's some. Do we have any voicemail Pajitsky effects? Those are always fun to listen to.
Ooh, yeah, we got like 6 of them.
Oh, boom.
All right, okay. Here's the first one.
Oh, Bitsy's here today. She just had an opinion. What's up, Bitsy? She's just barking. What is it? Oh my God, last night I had to go sleep on the couch because both Bitsy and my husband were snoring so loud.
Oh, no.
I'm so tired.
Doesn't Tom have the mouth guard?
Yeah, but he rips right through it sometimes when he was really tired last night.
Oh.
We went out for dinner. We drank a little bit too. So he was tired. Come here, Bitsy. Come here. Show the audience who you are. Come here. Come here, dum-dum. Yeah. Hi, little girl. Okay. Let's listen to some voicemails. Let's listen to voicemail.
Hey, Mommy. I've got a Pajitsky effect, I should say. As I was doing brown this morning, I have a bidet at home, but when I brown elsewhere, there's no bidet, and I always feel like yucky. So I had this realization that I can just wet the paper towel with a little water and wipe. And that usually makes me feel a little more clean. So if you don't got a bidet, just kind of wipe your toilet paper. Thanks, Mom. You bet I'm coming up in May.
Yeah. You know what I loved is her sincerity. She was so slow and calculating, and you can wet the towel.
But I mean, that's always confused me. I've heard Tom say that before, but like, doesn't it just completely tear apart in your asshole once it gets there?
Yeah.
It's meant to dissolve in water.
And also, is your sink right next to your toilet? Otherwise, you're going to have to get up with a shitty ass, walk to the sink, wet it, and then walk back. It's not practical. So Tom and I went to Mexico a while ago, and we had a solution. Tom had a solution. I will give him credit for this one. He brought wipes, and you just wipe wet wipes, but then you throw them in the trash so you don't destroy Mexican plumbing. I would go with the wet wipe if I don't have a bidet now, and then I just throw the shitty thing into the trash.
I just travel with Kirkland toilet paper.
Oh gosh, you and your Kirkland.
What?
But then what do you do if you don't have a bidet?
Look, it's always rough when you don't have a bidet, but like using a bidet that isn't in your own personal toilet is wild and insane to me. I mean,
it's gross.
Just because the way that I use it is like, why would you want to share this with anybody?
I know. Okay, well, potato.
Yep, I guess, tomato.
Okay, this one says, today my daughter, who's 12, spilled milk on her hoodie that she wears almost every day. Growing up, I would have rinsed it out in the tub and thrown it in the laundry. Today, I told my daughter to put it in the wash on its own. Who gives a flying F if there are or aren't more clothes that need to be washed? Clean your ish and wear it proud. Love you guys, and thanks for the many years of fun. You bet I'm coming up in May. So what they're saying is you can just wash one item of clothing. I never thought that.
Yeah, wait, isn't that...
I never even... It's crazy.
It's so wasteful. It's
so wasteful.
Dude, you need oh my God. I
know.
Because I just realized the only time I do laundry is when I have 5 full loads to do. So it's like an all-day thing, and like my weekend's fucking ruined.
Right. Same. Yeah, you have to wait until it's piled up so severely.
Right.
And it's going to be such a task, and you're going to hate yourself the whole. That's what I do too.
Yeah.
I wait.
It's like, why would I do laundry if I still have underwear?
Same. Oh my God, you and I are the same. And in college, I used to have to walk down the street to the laundromat in San Francisco. I have like one memory of doing laundry. I think I did my laundry once in college, and I was just filthy the whole time. Yeah, I hated it.
That's what I do now. I go to a laundromat because it's either I use the one that's in my building, but they only have one washer and one dryer, so it's an all-day thing. Or God. I have to carry a metric ton of laundry in my car and then put it in like one of those like super duper hotel washers, so I get it done in 1 hour, and then I dry it in 1 hour, and then I'm home in like 3 hours instead of.
Oh my gosh! Listen, I think we should think about when you move to Austin, getting your own washer and dryer. And
oh yeah,
I think it's on. That's your next move, dude.
Oh, I have it. Like, the apartment that I got, like that was one of my like boxes to check. Is like I want my own washer dryer. I don't want to have to like wait. I don't want to have to wake up at 7 a.m. so that I beat all my neighbors to it.
Nothing's or not having the quarters, misery. Well, congratulations, you're an adult.
I miss wearing hot clothes straight out of the dryer because I've not had the dryer like in my vicinity, so it's always cooled down by the time it's time for new clothes. I'm right. You know what fucking blew my mind? So when Annie was moving, like he posted some things that he was trying to get rid of, and he was just like, "Hey, I'm trying to get rid of this towel warmer." I'm like, "What the fuck is a towel warmer?"
What's that?
And he's like, it's to warm your towels so that when you get out of the shower, you have a super comfy warm towel.
Wait, I don't understand. What is it? Is it a rack? I've seen that in a hotel.
It's like an electric trash can is what it looks like. And you just throw your towel in there and it warms it up so it feels like it just came out of the dryer. And he starts like, Nadav, super secret stuff. You could put your underwear in there too. I'm like, what?
And socks in the middle of winter.
Like, how did I not know this shit?
I don't know this shit. Wait, I bet you can get it like Bed Bath & Beyond or something.
You could get it on Amazon. You could get it wherever they sell things, probably. Hold on, towel warmer. Let's see how much.
Wherever they sell
it's probably like $10,000. You know. Hold on.
No way. On Amazon, it's 50 bones, dude. No way. Talk about luxury.
It's like $100. Oh yeah, there's some $50. There's some ones under $50.
Yeah. OMG.
Holy shit.
Man, what are we doing with our whole lives?
What the fuck, dude?
You know what I bet Tom would like is the cold towel. Like, you know, when you go to a spa and then they give you one and it's infused with lavender smells.
They have cold towels?
That. Oh, yeah. In spas, sometimes they give you a rolled cold towel and it smells like eucalyptus or lavender. That's really some fancy
that
feast.
Sounds fancy as shit.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on your washer dryer. That's when you've officially arrived as an adult.
I'm so excited.
Big deal.
I'm so excited. I've been living in the same apartment for the last, I think, 7 or 8 years, and it's just been shitty. You know,
misery.
And I'm so excited. I'm gonna finally have like not gross carpet. I'm gonna have a balcony that I could smoke on, where I don't have to leave my building to smoke. Woo!
Oh, it's amazing. I didn't get a washer dryer until I was like 34, and I remember thinking I've arrived. Like I wept the day that we went to Sears and I put it on my Sears credit and I was like, this is the best day of my life.
Christina, we have the exact same timeline because I'm going to be turning 34 right when I move into my apartment.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov. I'm so happy for you.
Chag Sameach. Thank you.
Yes. That is such a blessing. Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right, we got
oh, okay, Aka.
Hey, mommies. I have a Pajitsky effect for you. So I'm a daughter of an immigrant, well, first generation, and I had the same bike growing up my entire life. And I have 3 children of my own. Summer started, and the brakes on my 10-year-old's bike broke. I found myself teaching her how to jump off of her bike before she hit a tree. And after a few rounds of that, it occurred to me, I can go get her another bike. I'm glad it only took me an afternoon, but in all honesty, it should have happened faster. So anyway, you guys can get new bikes. Stay safe. Wear your helmets. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
See, I know. Now I am getting a little nervous because I caught Ellis. You know, so Julian and Ellis, they sleep together. I got Ellis this bed that has a slide and a ladder, and it's like up. And he sleeps on the top, and then we put a bed down the bottom for Juju, so they sleep together. And it's the cutest thing in the world, and like just makes me weep with joy that they're so into each other. It's so cute. But I caught Ellis jumping off the bed and onto the floor, and like, dude, he's like such a hellion that. So I'm contemplating. I told him, I said, listen, man, if I see you do that again, I'm going to take that mattress up there. I'm going to put it on the floor and I'm going to take this bed away. Cause I just don't, he's going to break his little ankles cause he is tiny, you know, he's tiny little 5-year-old legs.
Yeah, those ruffians love jumping off of shit.
Fuck, I know. And he's been good. I know. And he's been good about using the ladder or the slide the whole time because I've drilled it into him since we got it. So I think I'm going to have to take it away, but I want them to sleep together because it's cute. So maybe I get them 2 beds that like meet up, so they can still bro down.
Oh, like head to head type deal?
Yeah. Right. Or is there something I'm not thinking of? Is there something cool I could get them? Like,
well, I mean, you could. Like, I shared a room with my siblings growing up, and it was always the beds were side by side.
Side by side.
Like, I mean, it wasn't like pushed together, so it's like 2 twins make a queen, but it was like one twin was on one side of the room, and then the other twin was on the other side of the room.
Like Lucy and Ricky.
Is that how they slept?
Yeah, I love Lucy because the standards and practices wouldn't let them sleep in the same bed because it implied sexual activity.
Right.
So they slept in separate beds. Even when she was pregnant, they had to sleep in separate beds. It's really cool. So weird.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's why they slept in separate beds. I Dream of Jeannie. You'll notice that she could never show her belly button because that was considered lewd. Oh my
God.
Uh-huh.
They really are in separate beds. They're like roommates.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. America's first
shit.
married couple. Yeah. Also, little known fact, Ricky Ricardo. So I know so much about them. I'm obsessed with them. So Lucy and Ricky. Lucy started off as a radio show. I think the radio show was called like My Favorite Husband or something. And CBS approached her, wanted to do a sitcom. And she goes, yes, I want to do it, but I want my husband, Ricky, to play my husband on the show. Because at the time he was in a band and he was philandering and he was banging everything on the road. And she wanted to keep him around. And so the network goes, yeah, but we don't know who this guy is. He's some Cuban. Nobody wants to see, some Cuban guy on TV. No way. So they did it as a stage play. They did it for like, a few months, and it was really successful. And then it became a hit. And then Ricky goes, because back then they used to air a sitcom once and then toss it away. So you would never see it again. You would see the show once and it would disappear. So Ricky goes to the network. Hey, give me all the tapes of these shows. I want to show them to our children one day. And what does he do? He invents syndication and he sells them to like the East Coast so they can rebroadcast, and the guy invents syndication. That's the story I heard.
Oh, God damn. I did not know that.
Bright guy. And Ricky is credited with inventing the multicam system. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, he goes set up 3 cameras. So he was quite an innovator, and they didn't give him credit because he was just some dumb Cuban guy, right? He was an immigrant, but smart guy, but a bit of a philanderer. And I think she was a big booze bag and stuff too. Very interesting. Very interesting. Ooh, I love Vital Farms. Vital Farms. They make sure that the hens and the eggs come first, and they treat their farmers, communities, and customers like they're vitally important too. Vital Farms works directly with small family-run farms in the pasture belt to ensure the hens have outdoor access year-round. Did you hear that? How amazing is this? The humanely raised hens spend their days doing things that hens love to do with 108 square feet of sunny space per hen. That's 90 times more space than a cage-free hen. Vital Farms is committed to the ethical treatment of animals and the land they raise them on. I love Vital Farms. These are really just the best eggs in the world. You know how I know? Because the yolk is so delicious and bright. And you know that that's because these hens get to walk around and be normal animals. So if you support companies that believe in doing good from top to bottom, try Vital Farms eggs. Look for Vital Farms in the grocery store and visit vitalfarms.com to learn more. Vital Farms, where honest food is raised. I have found an incredible website that you have to check out, nuts.com. It is the best kept secret of savvy snackers across the country. I love it. They're high quality, delicious snacks. I love their white chocolate toffee cashews, their bourbon pecans, same diff, pecans, crystallized ginger and honey sesame sticks. Nuts.com isn't just for nut lovers. It's your one-stop shop online pantry. You know what I've been ordering from them? The dried strawberries. My kids love the dried strawberries on nuts.com. Over 4,000 products to choose from. Delicious, healthy kid family snacks like dried strawberries. What did I just say? And custom trail mix. Plus, all the raw, organic, roasted, salted, and candied nuts you can imagine, even chocolate dipped. I like to get the raw organic kind because I don't like mine salty, and I just love nuts.com. New nuts.com customers get free shipping on your first order when you text MOMS to 64-000. So text MOMS to 64-000 to get free shipping on your first order from nuts.com. That's MOMS to 64-000. Terms apply. Available at nuts.com/terms. All right. What other Pajitsky effects do we
got
have?
some more. Hold on.
Hey, Mommy. This is Blaine from Oregon calling in with a Pazitsky effect. So I do a lot of driving for work, and I like to keep snacks in my car, but I always find that I never eat the fucking snacks. I have a Cliff Bar or something, and then I'll look at it and think, oh, no, I better save that for if I get hungry, even though I'm fucking starving. So I just don't know why I'm so R-worded. It's totally ridiculous, and I'm a total fucking idiot. Anyway, just had to let you know. Thanks, Mommy. Just let me beat me.
That makes me laugh so hard because I know what you're saying. Because it's like you have your snack, you're just in case emergency snack. And in your mind, you're like, well, that's for the emergency of having to eat. I can't eat that now. That's the emergency snack.
Yeah, dog. You know what's funny is that it's not just with car snacks. I feel like there's so many things that you're like, no, I got to set up future Nadav with that gift. Present Nadav doesn't get that gift. And then you just fuck yourself out of stuff that you like, and you just always push it forward until it's just like, oh, that thing I bought is like bad now and rotting.
Yeah. Totally. It's wearing the clothes that you want to wear. Like, I can't wear this today because I'm going to save that for a special occasion. Or using a product. It's just they expire and then it's done and then you didn't use them.
Yeah, I have a white suit jacket and white pants to match that I've never worn, but I'm just like, ooh, I'm gonna wear this one day and I'm gonna crush it. And it's just like everything that I'm like, nah, I can't wear a fucking white suit to this thing.
You don't deserve that. Yeah, who wears a white suit? I know, it's so sad. God damn it. Ugh, how we treat ourselves. Well, might I suggest, caller? So I got this great idea from Dr. Jessica Hockman. Her mother gave me this idea of buying a cooler on Amazon, like a little cloth, just, you know what I mean? One of those boxes you just unzip.
Oh, like one of those lunchbox things?
Yeah, super easy. And then you can just throw the whole thing in the freezer at the end of the night. So you're not like taking out it's not a big to do. And then you just cut up fruits and vegetables or whatever it is, put it in there, and then you're good to go every single day. So you can, or you can just put you know what you can do? Oh my God, this one's wild. You can buy an entire box of Cliff Bars.
What?
You can buy an entire box of Cliff Bars and keep the box in your truck and then just take from that. Did you know you can just buy a box of like protein bars or whatever?
You could have a supply of things that's just for the car.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because like right.
You can keep water in your trunk.
You know, it's fun. I have the water in my trunk, but I thought water is the only thing that you could keep in there. Everything else is like, no, that belongs in a kitchen cupboard. Huh.
Rules, guys. Rules to life. Big rules. All right. Do we have another one?
Yeah, we got a couple more.
So exciting.
Hey, Christine. I have a Pajitsky effect that's also a mom hack. I was storing all of my kids' bibs, spoons, bowls in little cabinets that were at their height. And so these spoons, bowls, and bibs were always all over the house because they get in there and they throw them around. And then it occurred to me that I could store them somewhere else where they can't reach them, and then they won't be all over the house. I've applied this to other things, like their toys that have a million pieces. I put away a lot of the toys and just leave out like 3 of the pieces in a set of something so that there aren't toys all over the house. And I will bring them out when they're older and know how to put them away themselves. Keep them high and tight.
That's a good one. Oh, Mitzi agrees with that one. The toys and the pieces of toys. Ugh, it's always a nightmare. Shut up. What are you barking at, dum-dum? the toys and the pieces of toys, the bits of toys. I just get so frustrated. I just throw them out. I just fucking throw them out. If something isn't complete, I'm like, I'm done. I cannot do it. Yeah. Well, very good. Okay, let me read some that I got too. These are great. I experienced a Pajitsky effect recently when I'm driving and it's really sunny out. I wear my sunglasses on top of my regular glasses. If anyone is in the car with me, I always get shit for it. It recently occurred to me that I could just buy prescription sunglasses. So I ordered 2 pairs, and driving in the sun will become a little easier in 5 to 10 business days. Oh, what a country. What a country. Do you have those, Nadav?
Yeah, I mean, I had a Pajitsky effect, not just that I could get prescription glasses, but that I could get glasses. Because my eyesight was getting so bad, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm just getting older. And then I went to the doctor, and then he gave me glasses. I'm like, oh yeah, the world is in HD. I forgot that it could be like that.
I know. I constantly let my eyes get bad, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I can update these. I can update this whole thing.
Homie, do it like once a year, once every other year.
I know.
It's a breath of fresh air when you're like, oh, that's what it's like to see everything you want to see. Because like now it used to be like, Christine, because these glasses are still kind of new, you know? Like I've had them for I've had glasses for maybe 3 years. And it used to be where like I stopped watching foreign movies on Netflix. So I'm like, oh, I can't read the subtitles from where I lie down in bed. So I just deprived myself from anything that had things that I needed to read.
I had another Pajitsky effect too. There's a pair of black pants that I've owned for about a decade. And I love them. Like I love them. But the zipper broke about 7 years ago. And I keep, I keep holding on to these pants because I'm like, I love these pants. These are like perfect black slacks. I'm going to hold on to them. I finally got the zipper fixed. I wore them last night for the first time in 7 years. And I was like, oh, you can just take these to the dry cleaner. And you can fix the zipper instead of just being like, those are my favorite pants. Can't wear them. Zipper's gone. Can't wear them. Zipper's broken. Too bad I can't wear these pants. Zipper's broken. Like how? And I've moved a lot in 7 years, and I've taken these pants from home to home to home, and they finally got fixed. Oh, such an idiot.
Yeah, getting something fixed after it being broken for a long time.
Oh my God.
Why did I wait so long?
Why did I wait so long? It was like it's a $15 affair. I could have just freaking done it.
Right.
Anyway, let's close on a what would Christina P do? I mean, we haven't done this in a while.
Oh yeah, what would
we have a Vmail?
P do?
Christine P. Let's do a Vmail and then we'll do the email.
You got mom questions? CP's got mom answers. What would Christina P do?
All right, so here's the first what would Christina P do? Or actually, this is our only voicemail.
Okay.
Hey, Hiller. Just calling in. I am a 32-year-old mom of a 6-month-old, and I'm just wondering, when is this going to be consistently enjoyable? I feel like everyone says, oh, it's like after that newborn stage, and they get older, it's, starts to be fun, and they start sleeping better, and everything is just wonderful. And I just don't feel like anything's wonderful. I feel like I'm fucking tired. And this baby is fussy, and he's a wild child, and I just wonder, coming from your standpoint, when does things truly get better? All right, thanks, mommies. See you in May.
So interesting, because I was just thinking about this last night. So I think when it gets better is relative to the mother. Some women love newborn stage. Some women really thrive in that first year. I personally do not. I don't like the newborn phase. Not that I don't love my newborn. Obviously, I do. But it's so much work. And for me, very anxiety producing, because they're so helpless and they're so little and they can't talk. And that part kills me. So for me, I start to calm down and enjoy things when the child can speak, or at least begin to communicate verbally. So that happens around, you're not really there. I give yourself when they hit 1, Then they start to walk. They're starting to become a little more independent, and you will start to relax. So I think once around walking and talking comes, I'd say 13, 15 months is when I relaxed enough with Ellis to the point of going, okay, I can have a second kid. Like, okay, I got it. I like it now. I got through the worst of it. The worst of it for me was the first year. The total first year is extremely anxiety producing. But what you can do to make your life happier and better is sleep train. For us, that was extremely effective to have that baby on a schedule. So that means I'll give you an example of what that looked like. The kid is up at 6:30 a.m., right? If they're about 6 months old, I think they're still doing 2 or 3 naps. Up at 7, breakfast, and then playtime, and then nap around 9:30, 10. Up again, playtime, feeding, nap again, playtime, feeding, nap, little baby nap around 5, and then bedtime again. So that way, at least in these harder months, hey, when your break is coming. Nap time is right around the corner. So that's mom time. So that's how I got through those tougher times. And then by the time they drop the naps is, relative to the kid, but then you've got a 2-year-old. And by the time you've got a 2-year-old, for me, that's great. I really take a sigh of relief. By the time they're 4, whoa, I loved 4. By the time by Ellis turning 4, it was just the best. Now they're totally toilet trained. You can just throw them in a car and go. You don't have to pack the ridiculous diaper bag. And they're fun and they talk and they've got ideas and you're communicating clearly. It's just a blast. And I love it, love it, love it. Even my 3-year-old now, Julian's so much easier. Love it, love it. So give yourself a few more months, wait until they hit 1, see how you feel. But in order to get to 1, sleep train. And that means put their life on a schedule so your life has order too. Because if you're always in mommy mode of just constant blob service, like you're always there, you're going to be so unhappy and so miserable because you don't get any breaks. You need to schedule those take frequent breaks. Get the fuck out of the house to manage this horrible time. I know.
And setting up boundaries and stuff.
Boundaries.
All sorts of structure, stuff so that it's it's not just chaos all the time.
That's what it feels like when you're not on a schedule, on a routine, I think is chaos. So get that and you're going to feel a lot happier. And then as far as enjoyability, once they start sitting up and becoming a tad more independent, 6 months is right about when it starts to get a little easier, I think.
And
it's so tough.
From what I understand, also, especially with kids, it's toughest in the beginning and then it just keeps on getting better and better. I was talking to someone really close to me who has kids and they would start every conversation with man, don't have kids. And one time I called him out on it. I was like, what's going on, man? Do you like your kid? And he was just like, look, this I read this statistic or this survey where it was people that have kids, although they are more or less they're unhappier than their single counterparts. That switches once you get into the later years. So your peak for happiness is exponentially higher than someone that doesn't have kids.
Right. So what you're saying is I think what that means is the early years are so draining.
And then the payoff
what is huge once they hit. I hear the golden age with kids is 7 to 12 or something is just that sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
I said that I'm still in the weeds with Julian, 3 years old. He's 3. So I always, every time he's sick or something's happening, I'm like, 1 more year. I have 1 more year until I hit 4. For me, it's 4. And I'm like, golden. I fucking love 4, dude. Right. It's
because they're starting to take stuff off your plate, right? It's you don't need to do everything.
Yeah. Mommy, I want water. Get it yourself. You know how to get your damn water. Mommy, how do I turn on the TV? Let me show you. Mommy, I want to microwave something. Great. Let me teach you. And they want to learn. They want to be independent. And they're learning. You have to teach them everything. It's so funny. It's literally just what is what's a douchebag? I taught him that. We're watching a TV show. Oh, he's been calling me a cracker because we watched Pixels, that movie, and he's like, "You cracker!" I'm like, "You can't call people cracker."
Ellis is just calling you guys crackers.
Yeah, because I yell at him in the monitors at night. I can see them on the app, my Nest app. And I'll fucking yell at them. I'll be like, hey, get in bed. And he's like, shut up, you cracker. Call me a cracker.
Jeez. Yeah, how do you...
We saw it in Pixels.
How do you curb that?
I go, what I say is, I don't believe that words are good or bad. There are just words that will get you in trouble if you say them at school. So you can't, there's just words you can't say at school. You can't say at home until you're 16, period. Simple. And he doesn't. At school, he's not saying, I haven't heard that he's saying F-bomb or cracker or anything at school.
Not bad. So, pretty good rule.
So far. Yeah, they're not inherently bad words. I don't believe that. Just not very practical. Gary Vaynerchuk, my beloved Gary V. I'm such a fan of his, and he curses like I do constantly. And on his Instagram, there's always that asshole asking him, why do you have to curse so much? And he's like, look, this is how I talk. Gary's way more wound up than me. I just fucking say fuck a lot, okay? That's how I fucking talk. Is it gonna lose me an audience? Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care. And they're like, what if your children curse? And he's like, okay, well, I guess they're gonna curse at school. Big deal. That to me is not that big of a deal. Getting in trouble for cursing is not a big fucking deal. I'm like, yeah, I agree. That's not a character flaw. But for some people, cursing is the end of the world. I imagine, Chris Larson, in your home, you could not curse, right? I imagine your father was not pro-cursing.
I wasn't allowed to curse, but that doesn't mean I didn't, especially at school. Curse all the time, right?
You cursed at school?
Yeah, around my friends. Not to the teachers, but like
okay,
my friends,
they didn't hear you.
Yeah. At a certain point, that does change. I think once you like out of the house and stuff, that they give up. They give up. Like they don't like hearing you curse, but they give up. They're not going to correct you on it at a certain point, which is what happened with me.
It's bad because I love it when he curses. And Ellis and Julian curse, like Julian will be like, God fucking damn it, and I'll be like, and then I have to pretend like I don't like it.
Like, no, bad, Julian. No, you can't.
Bad. That's bad. God damn it. Like he just repeats everything you say. Fucking shit. I don't know. Not that big of a deal for me personally, but what can you do? All right. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do this. What would Christina P do? And then I got to roll out. I got to eat my tacos. My talks came. I'm a first-time mom to a 1.5-year-old boy, and he loves naming body parts. Since he's still little, I shower with him, and he started pointing to my vagina, and I've been stumbling for a word. We call his penis a willy, and I was wondering if you had a different name other than vagina that you've taught your boys. I think we should use proper terms, but he's just so small. Love your show. You bet I'm coming up in May, Vancouver Island mom. So my 3-year-old loves, and that you'll find this happened with both my boys. I don't know if this is universal, but they love discovering who in the house has a penis and who has a vagina. Daddy has a penis. Mom has a vagina. Does mom have a penis? And then I have to say, no, mom has a vagina because gender is binary and there are men and women. Thank you, science. So, yes, they're very intrigued with genitals, very normal, very wonderful. I just use the standard word. They can't say vagina. That's how Julian says it, vagina. But I know that he's going to say it right eventually. And I like the proper words, penis, vagina. He can't get in trouble at school for saying penis or vagina. So I think that's useful. And I also don't want to create any sort of shame with nicknames. For some reason, I get the feeling that people are nervous about their genitals and they don't want to say the proper word. So it's out of nervousness or shame that we say a willy or we say a peener. It's embarrassing. I get it. But it shouldn't be. It's another body part, just like your arm or your leg. You wouldn't call your arm, an army or a flibber flabber. It's a fucking arm. Penis is your penis. So I say go for the regular scientific terms. What did your parents? Did you call yours a halva or something? A halva? A matzo ball?
That's dessert. That's a dessert. No.
I love those halvas.
Let's see. What do we call it? The Hebrew word for it was either zain or bulbul.
Is that sounds like a nickname, the bulbul?
Bulbul, I think, is actually a type of bird.
Yeah. Same in Spanish. Pajarito is penis.
But yeah, zain, actually, fuck. What is the actual real word?
I know Hungarian is fichi.
Oh yeah, schmeckel is Yiddish.
Schmeckel.
Jesus, I don't think I know the actual scientific word for penis and vagina.
I don't think I do either in
it's
Hungarian.
Just there's sein and then vagina is kus, but I know that translates to pussy.
Yeah, same. I know Hungarian punci, and punci I think is like pussy too. I don't think it's right. And then fuki is dick, but I'm sure that's not.
Right, because the way that you'd call a girl hot is you'd call them a kusit, which literally just means like a hot piece of pussy.
God damn, dude.
No, yeah, it's vile.
Oh, gnarly. Pussy. Chris, what ding dong your ding-dong growing up?
I think maybe like your pee-pee or something like that.
Your pee-pee. And see, now look at you. You're all ashamed and weird.
What's that?
And I said, now look at you. You're all weird about your pee-pee.
My pee-pee? You mean my penis?
Penis and girls, sending you pictures of their anuses.
Yeah,
my mother
that's
was
real weird to me.
Anus. Yeah, fucking loosen up. You don't like pictures of beeholes? Jeez. I don't think I want to see pictures of beeholes either.
It's not as attractive as you think it is.
No.
Jesus, lighten up, guys. Beeholes are pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, we'll leave it at beeholes are pretty cool. I love you. Thank you for watching the show. Let's repeat the phone numbers and the emails.
Yeah.
Native.
The email is wheremymomsat@gmail.com and the phone number is 213-375-5184.
Nice. So go ahead and drop me an email. If you have a What Would Christina P Do, a mom hack, a Pajitsky effect, anything at all. I think it's all very fun and interesting, the world we live in. And subscribe to the show on YouTube if you like it. And that way you'll be notified every time this one drops. Thank you, Booth Boys. You guys are my favorite. I miss you all. I can't wait to see you here in Tejas.
We miss you too. We can't wait.
Yeah, you're the best. I love your shirt today, Nadav. Very spirited. All right, until next time, stay cool, moms. Bye.
Where my mom's at? Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at? Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's